Good morning, everybody. That's right. I'm back. Did you miss me yesterday? I know you got to see me, but we didn't get to interact, and that's so super sad. I was happy to help out some friends move yesterday. Like I said, that's a great reason and a great excuse to miss the show. But I am back and ready to roll live on PVRN at 10 a.m. on Tuesday morning, I believe. It's currently June 2nd. We've reached June in steamy Puerto Vallarta, and hopefully you're having a good one. If you're here in town right now, well, this is what you see outside. That's what it looks like. It's another beautiful day. Good afternoon, Lori. Good to see you, and good morning. And for those who joined in before I even started up, well, good morning to you all. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, and more good mornings. Good morning, Hartman Mark. Good morning, Karen. My good morning button can't even keep up. I love it. That's a good thing. Hope y'all are doing great. Good morning, Sly. I see you up there nice and early. I see you, Matt. Some guy named Matt is here. Great to see you all. All right. Hey, so hopefully everybody got to see the show yesterday on the pre-record and that went off okay. Sorry we couldn't interact. Good morning, Chandra. Nice to see you. But you know, it's a good test for in the future when we do have some travel coming up, how that might work out if I do decide to pre-record some or do something a little bit differently. But it seemed like it was okay. About half the number of viewers, so being live clearly is important to a lot of you, and that's totally great. Not an issue whatsoever. So I already showed you what it looks like outside. There it is. It's a beautiful day. Let's talk for a second about a couple things before we jump into the news. So if you're a member of my Facebook group in Puerto Vallarta, Gen Expats PV, you know it's good for all ages, which is great. Good to know from Matt. Oh, good. Y'all can't hear my fan. I'm running a fan today. It's hot. I don't know about y'all, but it's hot in Puerto Vallarta. But on my Gen Expats group, I've been working together with a small committee of members to really try to support the local community via meet and greets. And I'm trying to combine the Gen Expat group with my PVRN viewers to create these little meet and greets around town to support local businesses. So what that means is, like, one time a week, I'm going to try really, really hard to create a meet and greet at a local restaurant or a happy hour and give the PVRN viewers who are here in town through this hot summer a chance to come on out and meet and chat with me or ask me some questions, or just literally open up their wallet and, you know, get some food and get some drinks and really help these local businesses that are really suffering ever since February 22nd. So once again, it's really intended to bring the viewers here a chance to come on out, support the community, maybe meet with me for a little bit and chat, and then just kind of enjoy the Gen X group as well, which does a lot for this community, and we have a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, I'll share those as we get closer to them. And again, I kind of got that inspiration from Barry Kessler. He did a meet and greet for his podcast recently, and I think this would be really fun. And Laura kind of brainstormed it for me, which was awesome. And thank you so much to those committee members. Not sure who's on, but thank you so much for that, because these meet and greets are going to be amazing. Oh, I see you, Melissa. Good morning to you as well. And once again, like I said, if you're a Gen Expat member, if you're a PVRN member, watch for these meet and greets. A great way to get together, show community support, and get to chat with me a little bit, or don't. I mean, that's fine too. You might get enough of me during the show. A few of these events have already been posted in the Gen Expats PV group if you're not a member, but I'll be sure to mention them a few days at least in advance, or a week in advance when we have one. And I hope to make most of those and get a chance to meet y'all in person. I don't have a good morning button in person. And definitely, like Laura said, thanks for that committee out there. Really, really do appreciate it. You know, it's a community effort. I can't get it all done myself, so I super appreciate it. As you can tell, I'm kind of looking over to double check on, here we are, all the folks that joined up. Want to name y'all. So thank you so much to Jill Davis. I don't know if you're out there watching, but thank you for kind of running that group for me. Gina Hendricks, Sharon Gerber, Tanny Proust, and Wendy. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. And thank you, Laura, for reminding me to thank them individually. Man, a lot of thank yous this morning. So, all right. After that, also, if you haven't noticed, maybe you haven't yet, I have. Good news, bad news. It's kind of becoming a little bit of a slower news season for us. You know, some days have more news, some have less. I'm absolutely open to community ideas for any ideas for the slower news season. I don't want to add a whole lot of overhead to the show, like more live interviews, things like that, because those are generally kind of difficult to do on a live show and leave a lot to chance, cancellations, audio, video problems. But if you have thoughts to, yeah, it does. Laura, good. 100. Wait, here, I'll give you 100% on that one. Heck yeah. I mean, I'll give you a few things. No news is good news, no doubt. I'll even give you one of these. All right. So if you have any thoughts of what could be done, I mean, I mostly like to do more interactive stuff that involves you guys and what you can type to me and I can say back. But if you have any thoughts, something you'd like to see on a Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday basis, since we already have Casual Friday, I'm open. If you can't think of it right now, shoot me an email. It's a great way to reach me. You can reach me on my Facebook page, however you need to. All right. As we jump into the news, I do want to shoot up this reminder. If you're new to the show, if you come all the time, but you're not getting notifications when it starts, just hit the bell at the bottom. Subscribe to the show, subscribe to all the notifications, and you will never miss my show, our show, live. All right, let's jump into some news, y'all. All right, so yesterday, one of my friends, actually, Eric, who's a frequent viewer of this show, not sure if he's on right now, but was nice enough to send me a photo of this. And he asked me, what the heck is that? What's going on out there? Somebody tell me. And so I looked it up, and then, you could tell there was something going on with the boats out there. Well, Puerto Vallarta actually yesterday observed the 84th anniversary of National Navy Day on Monday, paying tribute to Mexicans mariners and those dedicated to the development of the country's waters. The official civic ceremony took place at the 12th Naval Zone installations, spearheaded by Commander Vice Admiral Arturo Garcia Fernandez, and the event drew several key local figures, including our Mayor Munguia, State Security Coordinator, and a lot of the military personnel. So during these solemn proceedings, a moving message was read aloud to remember the brave sailors who lost their lives at sea, whether in naval conflict or against just the raw forces of the Pacific. To seal this tribute, officials boarded Navy vessels to cast a traditional floral wreath directly into the waters of the bay, accompanied by a minute of silence and the military touch of silence. In his keynote address, the Vice Admiral highlighted the day as a celebration of national maritime power, emphasizing the Navy's duty to protect lawful fishermen, merchants, workers, and environmental resources across this nation's vast coastline. So there you go. You send me a photo, you ask me what's going on, I'll tell you. Good morning, John Crockham. Good to see you here this morning on this lovely Tuesday. All right, jumping into our second story today. This started yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw these red flags out at the beach. Kind of heads up if something's going on, but most of us here know what these red flags mean. But the Puerto Vallarta Civil Protection and Firefighters Department yesterday issued an urgent safety warning for the local coastline, and they're advising beachgoers of highly dangerous ocean conditions. So municipal authorities placed red flags across popular coastal spots, including Playa de Oro, Playa Holy, Playa Camarones, and many, many more, Playa Los Muertos, indicating a restriction on entering the water. Now, red flag means don't go in. It's not a caution. It's not a, hey, maybe you shouldn't. It means don't go in the freaking water, y'all. Because strong undercurrents and powerful rip currents and high waves do cause a lot of the deaths here and a lot of the reasons why the lifeguards have to jump in there and drag y'all out. And it's not good. I've been part of that before, and it's not fun at all. So beyond restricting access to the water, safety officials also took the extra precaution of cordoning off areas of the Malecon boardwalk due to the high waves. And this measure was introduced after heavy waves began directly crashing against the retaining walls, creating an immediate splashing hazard for pedestrians on the walkway. I know at least one of our friends, don't think she's on right now, had sent a selfie in of her soaked on the Malecon. She took it in good stride. So cheers to you, Jody. If you're out there somewhere, you get mentioned. for getting splashed. Okay, so local lifesavers and emergency teams are continuing their coastal patrols, urging the public to stay well away from the shoreline and strictly follow all posted signals until the ocean conditions have stabilized. And furthermore, you don't see the red flags. So here's a quick cheers and a coffee cam. Let's do it for our local life-saving lifeguards. They deserve the cheery jingle and everything that comes with it. So cheers to you, lifeguards, for keeping us safe, getting us out of the water when we stupidly go in and get dragged out. So let's try to avoid that. But big cheers to you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. All right. What's up next? Let's do some national news. So once again, I mentioned that the local news is a little lower right now. So let's talk about some stuff going on out there in Guadalajara. All right. Have you guys seen these images? So these have been shared quite a bit on social media lately. And so the first major preseason storm of the year hit Guadalajara metropolitan areas over last weekend. And they triggered an immediate street flooding and tree falling, and as almost about at least 30, okay, let me get this right, at least 30 trees across the area fell. Emergency crews from the Civil Protection and Firefighter Department worked through the night to clear debris from the major thoroughfares, including Avenida Lazaro Cardenas, where a 15-meter tree collapsed onto the moving family vehicle. Though no injuries were reported in that incident, the high water levels reached up to 60 centimeters in several key areas, completely stranding at least 5 vehicles and forcing temporary closures of low-lying roadways. I see you, Kirsten. You can't sneak in on me. Better late than never. I got you with a good morning. So the severe weather in Guadalajara has highlighted a growing infrastructure anxiety in the state capital, which occurred at that time, exactly 10 days before the anticipated kickoff of the FIFA World Cup. Researchers from the University of Guadalajara recently issued a warning identifying 600 recurring flood points across the metro area, where roughly 200 of those sites are classified as high-risk zones, capable of trapping tourists and soccer fans, that means you as well, football, sorry, in their vehicles. Because the official rainy season historically sets in between June 10th and June 15th, local authorities are rushing to reinforce storm drainage lines and emergency activation plans to prevent critical transport issues around the stadium where the football matches are going to be held. Okay, so speaking of better late than never, Guadalajara. I get it's not super easy, but yeah, so it would not be great if there's a football match, everybody's going to the match, and they get stranded in their vehicles, hopefully no injuries. None of that's great. Good morning, real estate guy. I see you out there slinging your real estate. Nice to see you again this morning. Appreciate it. So, again, this isn't Puerto Vallarta specific. We do have our share of flooding issues as well. But we don't have the World Cup games coming here with that type of pressure. We've got our own pressures right now. So if you live in Guadalajara, if you're in Guadalajara currently and you've experienced some of this over last weekend, definitely let me hear about it in the comments, in the show notes, whatever it takes. All right, with that, even though it doesn't seem like that's a story worthy of the coffee cam, I'm thirsty. I need the coffee cam. Do it with me. Hey, cheers, y'all. You can tell I'm from Texas with the cheers, y'all. It might be a giveaway. All right, yes, coffee. Hey, look who's there. You snuck in. What up, Dan? How you doing? Good to see you, sir. Nice to see you, High Tech Productions. All right, again, if you're new to the show, and I know High Tech Productions is not new to the show, but if you are, just take a second to click the bell, click the thumbs up, hit all the notifications so you don't miss one of these shows. Also, another great way to follow me. If you don't want to literally log into YouTube every single day live, a great way to follow me and a great way to see the show and never miss one is Substack. I didn't really know much about Substack in the past. I know Kirsten, who's on the show right now, had she and I had conversations about it, but I'm really becoming a big fan of Substack. Now, it doesn't replace coming on the show live. Okay, so let me tell you that. But what it does is it sends you an email every single day with a link to the show notes, the headlines, so you can decide whether or not you want to see it. And you just open up that email at your leisure, especially if you didn't catch me live, and check out the show. It's really pretty cool. The other cool thing is every now and then, people, when they subscribe to the Substack feed, decide to go ahead and click the little donate for a yearly subscription. Now, right now, you don't get anything more other than I come in your email every single day and you love it. But it's a great way to support the show and give me all these fancy little tools to do really cool graphics and effects like that. It allows, that if you like that, that's what some of your donations go toward, or the amazing, John, get ready for it, the Coffee Cam. Again, thank you all for those who make those donations. Got a wonderful donation over the weekend, a shocking amount, and I was just so happy for that. So thank you so much. So again, that's my plug for Substack. They don't pay me. Being transparent, it is what it is. All right, so thank you so much for that. All right, last story. This is a safety story because we're always looking for good safety stories. Have you read or seen online about these small changes that are coming, I think temporarily for Uber? Maybe it needs to be permanent. But Uber has officially made its 4-digit PIN verification code mandatory for all trips in Puerto Vallarta starting yesterday. The measure is a part of a special security protocol rolled out ahead of the high influx of domestic and international tourists expected for the FIFA World Cup 2026. FIFA making lots of changes in Mexico. Although Puerto Vallarta is not a host city for the tournament, it has been selected alongside major hubs like Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, Cancun, Los Cabos, due to its status as a premier tourist destination, bracing for what we hope is an unprecedented spike in demand. We hope. Put those prayer hands up, y'all. We need the tourism. Under this temporary mandatory system, the Uber application will automatically generate a unique 4-digit code for every requested trip. Passengers must verbally share this number with the driver upon entering the vehicle, and the ride will not be able to begin on the application until the driver inputs and validates the matching code. The technology is specifically aimed at preventing boarding errors and ensuring passenger safety in high-density areas such as airports, transportation hubs, popular tourist zones, the bus station, wherever it may be during this global sporting event. Now, if you're a frequent viewer, which I know most of you are, of Puerto Vallarta Real News, you know about a week ago, I did a whole topic about safety measures in Puerto Vallarta. And that is one that was mentioned to me as a really great one, because you can choose to use a PIN every time you enter. So you can make sure you know the vehicle you get in, you're in the correct vehicle, nothing has been switched. Is it the ultimate protection for all issues about getting in a car with a stranger? No. But it definitely does provide you that one added layer of, like, at least I know I'm in the right car, I'm in the right place. So I'm an advocate of it now as well. So as you open the Uber app over the next week or so, or a few weeks or so, you're going to notice that PIN. I hope, most of the drivers can do numbers in English, but it's a great reason to take a minute and practice your Mexican numbers, at least 1 through 9. And that should help you out. And you should be able to jump on in there and punch out your numbers really fast in Spanish, and it's even good practice. All right, with that, let's have one final coffee cam together. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to freezing cold Canada. I know some of you up there. Freezing cold seems insane. Yes. Yes. Oh, lovely. Laura caught me again. Yeah, Mexican numbers. Yes, they're AKA Spanish. I get it. And I can actually feel in the universe, you're like giggling to yourself that you did that. So good job catching me. Nicely done. Ha ha ha. Oh, wait, let me give you, what do we got here? Here, we'll give you a little clap. Nicely done. Nicely done. Way to go. And of course, it was pretty darn funny. It's not Mexican numbers. They are Spanish. So nicely done. All right, thank you for the weather report, Dan, to get me out of the embarrassment caused by Miss Lovely L3. All right, practice your Spanish numbers, practice your Mexican numbers, whatever it may be. But I hope you had fun today on the show. I'm happy to be live. This really energizes me. Thank you for joining, and hang out for just a minute. Support my sponsors that really help this show, and thank you so much for being interactive. See y'all tomorrow.